Chapter 8 Believer. Moo! The cow, who I'd lovingly given the name Mrs. to, welcomed us with a whipping tail. Even the chickens seemed happy to see the three of us. You guys really got lucky with this little farming setup. Do you know how to farm? I shook my head as well as Cupid's. Eli's eyes lit up. Well, I come from 10 generations of farmers and homesteaders. I got some winter wheat seeds in my pocket. It's never too late to plant it, and then it'll be natural fertilizer for next year's crops. Consider this my gift to you two. We both looked at Eli, and Cupid kissed him on the cheek, making him blush deep crimson. It's kind of attractive that you're this smart. I just wanted you to hear that, Eli. His mouth was slack-jawed. Is he always like this, Charles? I nodded. He is. Just know that before falling for him, he's a handful in the best possible way. Now, how do we plant the seeds? Eli walked out onto the plowed fields and pressed the seed down into the ground every few inches. This is how. You bury the seed and give it space to grow. The sun and rain will do the rest. Also, you have fences to keep it protected from wildlife, but also getting a cat wouldn't be a bad idea for pests like mice or rats. Cupid lit up at the idea of getting a cat. I still know how to speak cat, and will understand what it says. Eli looked amazed, and I just imagined the idea of a former cat talking to its cat child. I actually have a mama cat with an orange kitten. The cat was a stray and came to my grandparents' place. You can have the kitten if you'd like, Cupid, if that's okay with you, Charles. I nodded, and Cupid looked overjoyed. Yes, absolutely yes. I can't wait. When can I meet the kitten? Eli kept on planting seeds, and we both followed behind him. After an hour of planting, we had done the fields full in front of the house. Thank you both for working alongside me. It's always fun to teach others how to garden. Also, you can have herbs like basil and oregano and garlic growing inside during the winter for some fresh herbs as you cook. Let me get you some herbs and show you the kitten. Come and meet my grandparents, both of you. I looked at Cupid and let him lead. He rushed up to go and hold hands with Eli. We started walking the path in the natural beauty and stable climate with nothing short of amazing. Trees and wildlife were everywhere. I saw a bear's paw print in the snowy mud, and there were branches down everywhere from the storm. So, Eli, how old are you? I can only guess I'm 17, and that's from 65. Eli laughed a bit. I'm 16, Charles, and that's from 16. Cupid sighed lovingly. Ugh, you're so stupid, both you and Dad. I gave a thumbs up, and Eli laughed. Yeah, Cupid, your dad and I are stupid, but you tolerate us anyway, especially me. Then Eli stuck out his tongue at Cupid. I chuckled to myself. They were literally perfect for each other. Then there was a massive red house with all kinds of crops growing, and a few calves and cows. Lots of chickens and coops. This is them, guys. Also, feel free to take anything that you need for your kitchen. My grandma's a bit deaf, and my grandpa can't see too well, but they're super sweet people, my family. Cupid opened the wooden gate, and we all walked up towards the red porch, and Eli knocked, then opened the door. Gramp, I got people I want you to meet. The house smelled like lavender and bread baking. Cupid sniffed the air. This smells like home, just does. I ruffled Cupid's hair, and Eli laughed. Eli, is that you? Gramps and I are in the living room. I heard as you told the guests that I'm deaf. You didn't tell them only in my left ear. Eli looked embarrassed, and Cupid and I followed around a lilac-painted room with two massive love seats and a nice couch. There was a large black oriental rug on the wooden floors, and the fireplace was roaring alive with warmth. Then there was Grams and Gramp. Grams had white curled bob hair and was wearing a blue dress with wooden clogs on for shoes and a pair of horn-rimmed glasses. Gramps was sitting in a pair of faded work overalls. He had a white dress shirt on and his hair was parted to the left. He was only wearing white fluffy socks. I stuck out my hand to shake. Grams shook it first and then Gramps. So Eli, who are these two fine young gentlemen? Grams and I are wondering. Eli blushed. This is going to sound super bizarre, but they're interdimensional travelers, and the one with the mustache used to be 65, now he's 17. This guy over here in the sweatpants, well, how do I explain it? He used to be a black cat. Grams and Gramps smiled. You two love each other, don't you, Eli? It's the same look I gave Gramps all those years back, isn't it, Gramps? He smiled and held Gramps' hands. Yes, it is. What's your name, son? Eli pushed Cupid up, and Cupid shot me a helpless look. I smiled. I'm Cupid, and Eli helped us with planting winter wheat. Nice to meet you both. First impressions count. And with that statement, Cupid flashed his signature smile, and Gramps smiled and laughed. Anybody hungry? Gramps made some soup and bread earlier. I helped, but he's the better cook. I'm better with the cleaning. Gramps got up and walked over to the kitchen with a fully fledged counterpart to my own kitchen. It had pot pans and ladles hanging over the granite island, with a fantastically large and slightly rusted metal gas stove, with a massive round metal pot on the stovetop, steam still rising, with a stack of slightly melted butter and white bread sitting on a cutting board on the massive wooden table. Gramps, this is amazing. How long has the house been in your generations? She smiled. 6 generations. It's been here for a few hundred years. They had the land since the 10th, but they built the house afterwards. Oh, and Eli showed Cupid his cat. We can only keep the mom. And Cupid, be careful. He's feisty, but very orange. Oh, and cute. Gramps cleared his throat behind us and had the little orange kitten in his hands. It was sleepy and not being orange. Cupid walked over and chittered. Meow? Cupid laughed as the little orange whipped its head up. Cupid meowed, and the ornate boy started to whip its tail back and forth. Cupid put his arm out towards Gramps. The kitten then walked over and onto Cupid's hand. Mew! The cat was amazed. His eyes were dilating back and forth fast. Then he started to headbutt Cupid's neck and rolled onto Cupid's hands. He's so cute. Thank you so much. He told me his name is Victor, and that his excited meowing was telling me. Oh, and by the way, Charles, he's a socialist. I told you, all cats naturally are. Eli, Gramps, and Gramps' face was one of confused joy. Okay, Cupid, I'm not even going to question that, but yeah, now we can raise a cat together, if you'd like, that is. Cupid held out his hand, and Victor jumped down onto it. Eli, put out your hands, dummy. Eli blushed and did as he asked. Victor then jumped across Eli, and Victor looked at Ethan, then Cupid. Meow! Cupid laughed and nodded. Then Victor climbed up Eli's jacket and licked his neck. Oh, it tickles. He's so cute. Cupid smiled. And yes, Eli, we'll raise him together. I'd like that. Gramps and Gramps held each other, and I smiled warmly. This was nice. Cupid, Charles, welcome to the family from Gramps and I. Eli and Cupid were holding hands, and Victor was just contentedly sleeping in Eli's jacket pocket. I could get used to this.